Good afternoon. Happy Friday, July 17th. Mark Milam here, coming to you from the Holy City, Charleston, South Carolina. We're here for a family reunion, but I did want to make a quick video, chat with you a little bit about what happened this week. Not a bad week for mortgage rates. Certainly no great shakes. We're not going to write some big headline about this past week, but at least we moved a little bit in the right direction, about an eighth of a point better across most note rates. Let me give you a live look at mortgage-backed securities. So I'm going to scroll down the page here and we'll take a quick look. So green days are good days. Those are the days we want, and we can see that we got that for the most of the week here. We can go back and look at Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is relatively flat. Monday, the only particularly bad day for mortgage-backed securities. But we've recovered some ground. We're finishing out the week a little bit better than we started it, and we'll take every single bit of that. It was a busy week on the economic calendar. We got a lot of data on inflation, which came in a little cooler than expected. Thank you so much. Jobless claims coming in also a little cooler than expected. Retail sales here. And I want to call your attention to this single data point right here. This is pending home sales, and we were forecast to be down about 0.5% from the prior month. And check out what happened. We actually came in down 5.4% for the prior month. When you want to talk about the world of misses, the world of we did not get that right with our estimate, it's right here in pending home sales. And it's so epic, y'all, that we can go back and take a look here at what happened in pending home sales. Pending home sales have been tracked by the NAR since 2001. So it's a 25-year series. We got 25 years worth of data on this series. Comes out every single month. Pending home sales just measure properties under contract. They haven't closed yet, but they are in a binding agreement, and that gets reported up through to you and me. And we can sort of gauge what's about to happen with existing home sales by applying a little bit of a fallout factor. That's usually somewhere to the tune of about 10 to 12 to 15% fallout. Well, pending home sales for the month of June 2026 were the worst level for the month of June of any month ever recorded, any June month ever recorded in the history of the index. So you can go back to June of 2025, June of 2024, 2023, all the way back. We have never had a June at this low of a level on the indices. And I'll show you a quick chart just to kind of highlight this. So this green line is existing home sales, the one you're looking at there. Obviously, we know what happened during the pandemic, all kinds of crazy noise in the data. And then coming out of 2022, pending home sales collapsing below the median line of 100. This is the baseline set in 2001. And look at how consistent the data has been since the middle of 2022 out to June of 2026, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth at these really anemic levels of pending home sales. Existing home sales in the blue line just beneath the pending home sales. You can see how existing home sales moves in concert with pending home sales. And here we find ourselves in June at the worst June that we have seen in the history of the series. This all begs the question of, if we look back for the past 4 years and we see such consistency of data, such normalized low levels of pending home sales, existing home sales, and then we turn our gaze and we look at the next 48 months, the coming 48 months. What is it about the next 48 months that's going to be substantively different than the past 48 months? That's a question for legislators, particularly those congratulating themselves on passing the 2021 Road to Housing Act, which unfortunately only focuses on the supply side of the problem. I think we can do a whole lot more on the demand side of the problem, including improving payment, improving affordability, but not necessarily through just the supply side. In the meantime, we'll do the very best we can for our clients. And if I can be of any service to you while I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, don't hesitate to reach out, mark.milam@highlandmtg.com. Have a good weekend.